And welcome to our second Sunday night in a row. And our first time being in a row in like months.
Semi on time too. Semi on time.
Semi on time. We're only 5 minutes late, folks. This is like
Well, it'll get better, I promise.
nothing short of a
I
miracle,
think
I
I'm going to be in
swear.
a different room every time.
Well, I think that's kind of operationally the kind of like the merry-go-round effect right now of actually doing this on a new night. So, you got a whole new thing to sync up. Family's got to get into it now. They're gonna be like, Dad, Sunday nights, what the hell? So it's a whole
How you
new thing.
doing?
Well, plus we're earlier too, dude. So you got things going on. You got things going on.
I mean,
So
I just got done doing laundry, so yeah, it's West Coast, guys. West Coast, East Coast. We appreciate you.
well, we appreciate everybody hanging out with us tonight. And that all said, without further ado, let's get this thing rolling. Yeah.
I'm down. Let's go.
GT Key and Pullis, welcome, guys. Thank you for joining us, brother. How was your
A part of
weekend?
me never wants that intro to change,
Yeah, I know, right?
but a
It's
part of me does. It's like, ugh. Really, it was the Guardians of the Galaxy scene. I was like, wow, that's such a long time ago.
I
But
know, I know. Well, the good news is I'm
maybe
back
we'll
with our
just
good guy
tweak that
Posh.
part. Yeah.
Well, I'm
Oh, that's
also
right.
I'm back now. Posh and I have kind of gone into a little side hustle, and so now I actually have a reason to be like, hey, by the way, remember that intro we started doing like 2 years ago? Can we
Yeah,
update
we
it?
need to update that.
We need it updated. Hey,
Sure.
Polis, yes, Bill. I don't know about $1 million man, but at the end of the day, I'm definitely getting a little bit stronger. Thank God, it's getting there slowly.
Hey, soon, soon.
Yeah, and that dude, I love our song. 100% love our song. Like, I want him to change the video in it. I do not want a new song. I
Oh,
love
don't
our song.
touch the song. Don't
No,
touch the song.
I love our song. I mean, because all things considered,
There's
right?
definitely there's definitely some behind the scenes comic collections we've done that need to be in there though.
Oh yeah, and there's
There's some
lots more.
chaotic footage people haven't even seen yet.
Well, there's the chaotic footage that we're about to take and make for the first time too in less than 31 days. Less than 31 days. We are
Oh yeah, that's right.
yeah, yeah. I just booked my ticket. I just booked
Oh,
my
did you
ticket.
officially?
Yeah, yeah. Well, it
Oh
was just
wow,
such
I'm
a
I'm
good
way
rate.
behind now.
It
Now I
was such
have
a
to.
good rate, dude. I have never gotten a ticket this far out to the West Coast and round trip. Now, granted, I can't like upgrade it or anything, but it was super low price. I was just like, no, time to just go. I'll pack whatever extra stuff I need to, but that's what we'll have to talk to Jeff about. But yeah, for all intents and purposes, I was just like, it was a steal. I mean, I've never gotten anything out there to roughly where you guys are at that side of the coast for under $500. That was the first time ever I've gotten a ticket that
Mm.
cheap. That's pretty
That's
good.
pretty good though. That's
I
pretty
mean, for
good.
being in the middle,
Yeah.
I was pretty impressed by that. So yeah, yeah, and that was with insurance in case anything goes wrong.
And yeah, for anybody that doesn't know, I mean, we will be out at our next collection sale at the end of February in Seattle. That's happening. It's looking like that's going to be a pretty long sale too. Maybe not as long as the first one, but pretty long.
There should never
On
be anything as long as the first one again, Theo. Your family was about to fill out a missing persons report. Okay.
oh, that 10 days, right? Yeah, 10 days.
At least 10 days.
Yeah, that
At
was a
least
10 day
10
sale.
days.
That was pretty intense. I'm not gonna lie.
That was 10 days of
Now that I think
sales.
about that, I think I took maybe like a week off of Instagram after that. I don't think anybody heard or saw.
The only person that heard from you was me because I was the one doing billing and bouncing back and forth with you to make sure, like, in case, like, are you sure this is the name? Did you spell this correctly? I can't read your handwriting.
This is true. I have a blessing and a curse for only I can read my handwriting.
I've gotten pretty fucking good at it. Okay, I've gotten pretty fucking good at it. I don't want to.
It's like
Don't bring it up too
hieroglyphics,
bad.
man.
It's not too bad. There's some of us as your work
Even I'll
spouse.
admit it's pretty bad.
Oh, it is bad. Don't get
It's
me
pretty
wrong.
bad.
It is bad.
In my defense, though, it is on the spot, like, okay, okay.
Well, I mean, you're usually doing it with one hand, holding a camera. I mean, there's not
Yeah,
a lot
no,
of
it's always one hand. That's what I don't think people understand. Half of this is one-handed.
and I mean, trying to do that in weird like, maybe it's still on the wall and you're writing their name on it at the same time. Maybe it's on the floor, maybe it's on the side, maybe somebody's just holding it at the top, and you're trying to lightly put it
Oh
on there
yeah,
without
guys,
causing
Phil
any
has seen
damage.
me literally hold the phone on the wall while writing down a name like stretched flag. Ah,
Dude, it's not
good
an easy thing.
times, good
It's
times,
not
good
an easy
times.
thing. But yeah, no, I am looking forward to hanging out at Jeffro's house at the gosh, how long now? Yeah, just under 31 days. So we got a month.
Don't
We'll
worry,
be
there will
there
be
for a week.
advertisements. We will post like a mother.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
coming.
and this is Jeff too, so the great news about Jeff is unlike a lot of people that we have worked with, Jeff is 100% always on a content tear, right? So, the good news is too, we're gonna get posts from Jeff, posts from Theo, posts from Phil. Believe me, if you don't know what's going on, it's because you haven't logged on, all right? That's the only reason that's the only reason you would not know that this is not happening, because between the 3 of us, it's gonna be all over the dang place. But yeah, it's good. It's good to get back. We've taken at least a good 6-month hiatus, man.
I mean, a little bit. I had a baby. You broke a leg, and
Well, I mean, that was recently for me with the broken leg, right? But you with the baby, I mean, even so, we
yeah,
haven't really done anything since May, June, right? And we took the good rest of the year off to kind of like center, get stuff done. We've got you've got a lot of stuff going on personally. I had a lot of studio stuff. I was building a new studio for work. Like my 9 to 5 had changed. It had been crazy. So it's good to be getting back to a sale. I missed them. I've missed them a lot. I haven't gotten to even go to a con last year for the end of the year either. So
oh yeah,
it'll
that's
be
right.
kinda like the first time out. Yeah, you got to go, but I
Are you
was
planning on any of this upcoming year? C2E2, right?
definitely gonna be a C2E2 because that's my backyard, and that is the Cover Price get together. So everybody from Cover Price is coming out and gonna be there for that. So I'm gonna be there for that weekend. Um, Otherwise, New York when you go, and I don't know. That's really pretty much it. I really don't have any
I
other
think for me,
plans.
it's just New York, maybe.
Yeah, yeah. I
I
for
might
me,
do I might do Chicago and hang on your coattails, but more than likely it's just New York.
yeah.
If my
See, for
schedule is looking anything like it did this past year, and now that we're going to be ramping up on-site sales, oof.
well, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, with it'll be exactly a month after we get back from Jeff's that I'll be at C2E2. Um, and yeah, we'll have probably more people coming, and Jeff will be at a couple of times this year. So it's gonna be a busy time. It's gonna be a busy time.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
But meanwhile, in other news, right? Big weekend on Instagram. Big weekend with a good friend of ours, Aaron from Josh's
Oh, shout out
Comics.
to Aaron, Josh's Comics. Yeah.
Shout out to Aaron and the mass of the Instagram community that rallied around the charitable the charity drive, and yourself included, Theo, who gave donations to those who shared it in their stories, to those that went out and bought things. But it seems like there was tens of thousands of dollars raised. Is that right?
I think it was in excess of 70,000.
What?
Yeah, 70
70,000?
70,000 in one night.
Wow, dude, that's
Mhm.
amazing. That's really freaking amazing. That's
Yeah,
really because I
seventy
mean,
thousand in one night. I mean, I think over 40, 50 sellers, including myself, jumped on donated items, and yeah, it was a long time.
and
It took a long time.
Aaron was an absolute machine. I mean, I remember waking up the next day and there was a post saying, posted 2 hours ago, you
Yeah,
know,
like I'm going
and
to bed. Yeah.
and I'm out in the East Coast, and I woke up at like 7 AM. I'm like, "Oh my god." He was going until 4 my time. I mean, the man was possessed, honestly, and in a good way, right? It was really awesome
Well,
to
it's
see.
different when you're making money as opposed to when you're doing something that's like a genuinely good deed, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Um,
I mean, everybody wants to have a great sale, don't get me wrong,
I mean, it's
but
it's different, you know?
Yeah, yeah, this was something that everybody got to get something that they loved. They got to make a donation to a charity. You know, I don't think people were giving Aaron the money to donate.
No,
They
no,
were
no,
going
no,
and making the
nobody
donation and
got
sending
money.
the receipt.
Nobody got money, including myself.
Yeah,
Not trying to sound a certain way, but yeah, all the
yeah,
sellers, including myself, we choked on the shipping.
yeah, 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 not
Um,
only the books, but the
just
shipping
letting you
too.
guys know, like that's how legit this was.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Everyone was in charge of their own shipping. All the people buying had to send a screenshot of the donation to the charity.
that's really
So,
cool, dude.
yeah.
It was very, I don't know, it was very uplifting to see. It was very
Yeah.
uplifting to see,
I'm not gonna
and
lie, it's inspired me to want to do something similar in the future.
yeah,
Not gonna
yeah.
lie.
No, I
Yeah.
agree. I agree. There's lots of circumstances where, lots of things need help nowadays, but at the same
And
time
granted, yeah,
too.
that is literally like his backyard, so it
Oh,
definitely
yeah, I
hits
mean,
a lot closer to home for him than a lot of other people.
yeah, if I remember correctly, I mean, he was worried about his home too at different points in
Yeah,
time,
he had
so
to. I think he had to evacuate once or twice. I talked to him on the phone a couple times. There was air quality advisories. He has children. It was a stressful time.
yeah,
I
yeah.
know when I first moved to the Bay Area. This was before I even did comics. There were a lot of fires at that time, kind of like now, but the fires that were here were mostly like hills and like croplands, right? It wasn't really people's homes. So it was
Yeah,
way
yeah, yeah.
different. However, the smoke and air quality was like horrendous. My kids couldn't go to school, I think, for like 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like it was that bad. Yeah.
Jesus, dude.
Yeah. It was pretty
I
bad.
but I know that unfortunately, weather not the winds and things that nature and being in those bays very often, I know, especially in the San Francisco area, it
Oh
can get
yeah. Oh
very
yeah.
low air quality because
Yep.
it just for some reason just like hangs there, right? Like the
Well, it'll
smog.
chill. It'll just chill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. Well, I'm glad for the most part. Things are hopefully over for a little while. I mean, you never know the things. It's been spoken about for a long time. The entire situation over there in California and the LA area was just, those Santana winds could just change the world with a spark at any
Right.
time. And
I think the
obviously it
fire's
did.
still going on right now, isn't it?
I I believe there was something last I heard off to the east of it, but I don't know any more details other than that. That was the last I heard. I mean, I'm very removed here in Michigan, and I won't lie,
Right.
I've been a lot in my own bubble. I honestly seeing what the work that Aaron's done was really the biggest thing going on. But yeah, no, just it's crazy out there. I don't envy what anybody has to go through out there, but I am um very proud of our friends that really rallied around this, that really tried to make a difference. And there was a lot of cool stuff that was sold too. I mean,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I saw one thing of like old movie pictures that was being sold of like the old Universal monsters. I can't remember who donated those, but they're freaking
That
amazing.
was that was I was in there. That was Brixco. Brixco, yeah.
Brixco,
Yeah.
that was
Shout out to
really
Brixco.
cool. That was
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah, he just found
Um
those in a collection too.
Yeah, and they were gonna throw them away, he said. He just said, like,
Yeah.
"Yeah," they were just pulling them out, like, "Ah, we're gonna throw them away," and you're like, "Why would you do
No,
that?
no, you're not. No, you're not.
You're gonna give those right here. Unless you're gonna try and charge me for them, then put them in the garbage, I will walk over and get them out." That was freaking crazy, man.
Yeah.
So,
It was a good
yeah,
raise for charity. So yeah.
no, no, very, 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 very impressed by everybody in the community and everybody who showed up. I haven't seen that many people in a live chat from the comic community in a while too, because there's lots of sales going on, so everybody gets lots of people in those sales.
Mhm.
But like I remember logging in there was like 150 some plus people in the chat at the same time, and that's a good steady number for still other things going on a Friday night. That was really cool to see. Really cool to
Yeah.
see.
No, it was pretty cool. I know myself and a bunch of other sellers agreed not to do a sale on that night. So
Oh, that's good. I didn't know that. I didn't know that was that well coordinated. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, I actually, I'm not gonna lie, I was planning like a mega sale that day, like a 2 day, like one of my
Oh,
two
yeah, yeah,
two
yeah.
day like let's mess stuff up. And when he reached out, he was like, "Hey, I want to do something for charity. Can you not go?" And I'm like, "Of course I won't go." Like,
Only because it's charity,
I'm
but
like,
yeah,
I'm like, come on, Aaron, you already know I'm an asshole.
yeah.
I'm not a fucking asshole,
E
man. There's a
ex
difference. Like, of course I'm not gonna go. Yes,
exactly. Hey,
yes.
Legion, we are talking about, Aaron with Josh's Comics and the big charity drive over the weekend to benefit
Oh yeah,
those from the devastated by the wildfires out there in LA. Yep.
that man did some fantastic work.
Yes, yes, yes. So, big
Yeah,
shout out
just
to
happy to be a
Aaron.
part of it.
Yeah, yeah, it was yeah, I'm impressed by every single one of you. I am very impressed. I came into it late because I totally spaced on things. I had a bunch of family come up because I've not been able to get around, so I needed help. So my parents came up, and all of a sudden we were in the middle of playing cards, and you called, and I was still engaged in the card game, so I couldn't pick up the call for you. I'm like, I wonder what's going on, and I logged on to Instagram, and right there Aaron was going at it. Yeah, he did some fantastic work. Oh, congratulations, Legion. That's awesome. What'd you pick up, man?
Yeah, what'd you get, dude?
Yeah.
Don't just tell us you got a
Don't just
big book.
don't just say I got something cool, but I'm not gonna tell y'all.
Who is this guy?
Dude, what the are we even friends? What the hell,
Like,
man?
yeah, we just met yesterday, Legion.
Dude. Like we're just gonna show up at your house and sneak out a book.
Uh,
Tell you
Side
what.
note, I still can't believe that you just told me Spider-Man was well received.
So, okay. Ooh. Well, number one, congratulations, Legion, on the House of Secrets 92. That is dope. That is
Oh yeah,
dope.
it's sick, sick. Yeah.
That is sick as hell.
Graded,
Um,
raw. I want details, bro. Like,
yeah,
you
I
gotta
know.
give me
I,
the
I never,
deets. Dude.
I do not have one. So I mean, any detail is fucking
Ah,
sweet
I
and I will
just
get you.
sold one. I was pretty tempted to keep it too because I haven't had one come in a collection in like God, I think ever. I think I've got maybe one, and it was super low grade. This one was like I think a 5560.
Really?
Yeah, but somebody hit me like a bunch of people hit me up like right away and they wanted to buy it. I'm like, well, I guess I'm
I
a
guess it's time to let
seller,
go.
aren't I?
I guess this is what I
I
do.
guess I am a seller, so
I
sure.
mean, you could have already just said, no, I sold it to somebody else, and not told anybody.
This is true. Eventually they would know. They always
Well, that's because you always post everything. So that's the only reason they wouldn't know, man. Have some secrets. But
know.
you're
I do have
absolutely right.
some. I do have some. I actually I'm about to post a really nice secret as soon as I find out if the signing event's going through or not. But fingers crossed, there's something behind the scenes happening.
Cool. Well,
Yeah.
I would be very interested in seeing that. I
Yeah.
have some opinions, but I'm not sure which, so I'm just gonna shut my mouth. It's not my surprise to give out anyways.
Mm,
But speaking of surprises, and yes, it was a
mm.
surprise when I read it, the reactions to your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man animated series on Disney Plus was given out to a ton of critics and influencers with no what's the word I want to say? There's usually a media blackout with these things, right? Especially guys,
Okay.
especially if they're afraid of it. If they are afraid of the reviews when they share it, they give this media blackout. You cannot talk about this. You can say you've seen it, but you cannot give a review on it or do any of these things until XYZ date. And they didn't do that. So they were feeling pretty confident about it to begin with. But the reviews coming in, the things that are being said, this is the highest reviewed show in Marvel Disney history, for one. And for two, the only thing that remotely compares to it is X-Men 97. And they say X-Men 97 is better, it is more dramatic, it is more for adults. However, X-Men 97 wasn't necessarily for kids. Let's be totally honest. The stuff it was dealing in there was super heavy. Yes, kids could watch it, they could understand some of it, but I mean, it
I mean,
was
let's
really,
Gambit dying is.
yeah, it was really written for the fans our age, the adult fans, the people that grew up
I
with
mean,
the X-Men in the
at least
90s.
teenagers.
Yeah. Well, this is it's not meant for kids and it's not solely meant for adults. They said it's something that a family can 100% enjoy. That was some of the reviews. But the big thing was that this was a must tell story that was coming from people, and it is an alternate universe of the MCU. So it is not weighed down by the MCU crap that we've been going through, right? That's been my
Okay.
biggest problem, right? Is all the crap that it has to sync up, like who should be in it, who shouldn't be in it. Daredevil's in it, Doctor Strange is in it, but instead of the Peter Parker that we're used to, having a mentor being Tony Stark, Norman Osborn is his mentor. And that kind of goes with the whole like major betrayal of Norman being Norman and doing the things that Norman does, as well as just being a very they said it was a very Ditko and Stan Lee inspired animation style, which made it feel like you were reading a comic book while you were watching it for the first time.
That's pretty
Um,
cool.
yeah, they've had tons of great reviews and press. No animated Megan Megan the Stallion in it. I am sorry. Into the West, long time no see. Good to see you, brothers. Yes, that auction
Never
was
change,
amazing,
guys.
Brandon. Yeah, it's but no.
Zach,
So
what's up, bro?
the reviews are in, and I'm
And by
kind
the
of
way,
excited now.
I did see that comment, Legion. That's dope. I expect to be tagged in the art that you picked up too. That's cool.
Oh yeah.
He
Sorry, I
said he
missed
got
that.
he said the grade, but he said he also got a few extra slabs of some custom art. Like,
Oh
bro,
wow, that's dope.
you mentioned no custom art.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I didn't see that. So
that's
yeah,
cool.
definitely let us know when that comes out, Brody. But no, I'm
That's
hopeful
that's
for it.
that's reassuring to hear because when that show first just breathed air, everyone attacked it.
Yeah, I don't know. The one thing that I felt a little bit better about more recently than anything is the animation. I've not been a fan of a lot of the Marvel stuff, but even you told me like Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur was really fun. Like that was fun for your kids.
I loved it.
Yeah, and
I loved it.
nobody talked about it, right?
Nobody's talked about. And honestly, sometimes I almost feel like that's good news, right? No news is good news.
Mhm.
Like, I almost feel like when you're just in the middle and you're not the worst and you're not the best, you got nothing to worry about, dude. You got nothing to worry about. You got your check. Heck, she'll probably get another. They'll probably do a season two.
I hope so. I hope
Just
so.
saying. But yeah,
Yeah.
my girls loved it. Absolutely loved it. That's the one Marvel show that like they would rather watch. My son's all like, "Let's watch What If," and while they love Peggy Carter, they'd rather mess with Moon Girl. So yeah,
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. See, Moon Girl. I'm telling you, anybody that's watched it hasn't said it's bad.
No,
It is
no.
a it is a typical '90s like animation style, like but in today's format. It works. It's like Powerpuff Girls and
I was gonna say it kind of reminded me of
like
Dexter's
yeah,
Lab
it's like
story
Dexter's
and Powerpuff
Lab,
Girls.
Powerpuff Girl, Johnny
Cartoon Network
Bravo, all
heyday.
made a freaking TV show.
Yeah, it was that
Yeah,
Cartoon
literally
Network
just like
stuff.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Then what's
No,
up, dude?
I'm definitely gonna have to check it out. I know that that's been, but that's just it, right? Like I've not met a lot of people that have been. I've only heard of one animated series let down, and that was the season 3 of What If. That's the only animated series I've heard of a letdown since Disney
But
got the
that's
Marvel
only
rights.
because they didn't give proper story arcs to like Storm with Mjolnir and all that.
But
And I
that's
understand that
just it. That's just it, right? That's
it
the only
literally
negative.
turned. Yeah, no, the What If series literally turned into they should just call it Peggy Carter. 'Cause she absolutely killed it. I really like that character now after that show.
What,
Like,
Peggy
I
Carter?
want yeah, like, I want her to get her own movie now. Fuck it. Put her well, I wouldn't mind if they just had her recap I don't even care what they do, but just
Don't
follow the
recast
what
her.
if story
She's
so
great.
that she literally just goes through every universe, every iteration of every team we've had, and it's always, like, the most noble, the hero. I'm just like, "You know what? I'm with it right now."
Yeah.
I don't know why. I really like Peggy Carter.
Dude, Haley Atwell is gorgeous and she's talented. I would be I would be more than happy to keep her around as Peggy Carter. I
They
just
did her wrong in Multiverse of Madness, though, I'm just saying.
Oh, they did a lot of people wrong in Multiverse of Madness. Peggy Carter was the least of the do wrongs. I mean, I'm Mr.
This is true.
Fantastic.
This is true.
You're a Professor X. I'm a Mr. Fantastic fan. We both got done dirty. All right. At least
We're
Professor
not
X
talking
last.
about this movie.
At
No,
least
we're done.
Professor X
Stop.
lasted longer.
We
Okay.
are not talking about this movie.
Smartest man alive just gave away everything.
Yeah.
So no. I don't want to
He
talk
gave
about
away the secret to kill their greatest weapon, really.
well, okay, but
Because
speaking of
Black Bolt would have literally talked her to death. I don't know if her magic would have held. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. But
we're not gonna get into it.
yeah, that's it.
This
We're
is
done.
this is a scab to pick at another time. Another time.
Still
But
hasn't healed.
but but oh my god, we have video. But we do have probable Fantastic Four preview at the Super Bowl coming in another week or so.
I'll tell you what, after all the DC's plays, they better do something. People are excited about bad CGI Superman for crying out loud. That's
Did
how
you see?
that is how crazy people are getting over a James Gunn DC. They don't even care if the CGI is bad. They just want it. All right. Marvel's got to do something, bro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Marvel's got to do something right now. It's
I'm
not looking good, bro. We need an X something in a title. Fantastic Four, I don't think it's gonna cut it,
no,
personally.
I don't think Fantastic Four is going to be the Fantastic Four is
I
going to
think
be the
they're
bridge to the end. Fantastic Four is the
I
means
just
to the end.
and don't get me wrong, I love the Fantastic Four, but I think it's mainly because it always leads to Silver Surfer and Galactus. Like, let's just be honest with
Well, it
ourselves,
leads to Doom and Secret
right?
Wars,
It leads to
right?
Doom. It leads to so many great characters. I just don't ever know if it was ever really about the Fantastic Four that I liked.
No, to me, it's not. I'm
It's like
not a
I always
huge
want them to be in the background. But that doesn't mean I want them to be like the main team, right? Like if they're there, the Avengers should be there, or if they're there, the X-Men should be there. Fuck, why don't I have all three if you guys got the rights? Get this shit working.
yeah. I want a Doom.
Like why don't I have all three teams right now, bro?
I want a
This
Doom.
is
I want a Doom.
ridiculous.
And I know I don't necessarily want a Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. Doom, but at the same time too, I've been waiting for Doom to hit the MCU much more than a Thanos. I still, you and I have talked about this till we were blue in the face, but I know to me there's no bigger villain in all of Marvel Comics than Doctor Doom. Not he touches all. He touches space, sorcery, X mutants. He goes after everybody. There is nobody that is a mute a what's the word I want to use? Um uh God, there's no proper word for this, but he just doesn't care about pissing anybody off. He pisses in everyone's Wheaties. Dr. Doom is the one guy that always screws with everyone. He'll screw with Magneto. He'll screw with Loki. He screws with the bad guys as much as he does the good guys. Doom's that guy. So for me, I am a huge fan of him finally getting his due in here. So he is an equal
Yeah, no one
opportunity
is safe
asshole.
from Doom.
He is an equal opportunity asshole. It doesn't matter who you are, he will be a dick. It was, that's it as
Well,
far as
here's the thing, right? X-Men or Galactus. And like I know they're completely different types of characters, but personally, like I'd rather see Sentinels over seeing Galactus. And how many times are we gonna get to see Galactus? That almost seems like a one, maybe part two movie. I don't think Galactus is the type of character that chills for cameos and makes appearances in movies. Maybe.
maybe, maybe.
Maybe. I don't know.
I think
Judging on how they treated characters that are cosmic level, like I don't know. Let's take Dormammu and what they did. Let's look at Infinity, or was it Eternity? I can't remember who they dicked over in Thor. Um,
oh, recently
yeah,
that
but
was
look at how they
Gore, the
portrayed their
God Butcher. Gore, the God
right. But
Butcher.
who did he have to bring the who did he have to go to at the end? I think it was
Oh,
Infinity.
Eternity. He went to Eternity.
Or was it
And
Eternity? Okay,
Eternity became the
but
little
it's
girl.
like all of their iterations of these cosmic beings have been pretty freaking weak.
Yeah. I mean, honestly,
I'm just
most
saying, like,
impressive the most impressive was freaking Eternals.
was the Eternals with the
A crappy
Celestials.
a movie that was way too long,
The
but the very
Celestials
end
so far have been the best. Like, oh shit, these things
just
are
reaches down,
overly
picks her
powered
up.
and yeah, God level, like
Yeah.
God level.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they've done a horrible job with all the. That's why I'm like Galactus. They're gonna mess that up.
Well, I mean, to me,
Like,
Galactus is just the means to the end of getting that Fantastic Four into our current MCU to make the Battle World Secret Wars happen so we can finally end this thing. That's the problem. But there is potentially some good news with that is that supposedly The Russo brothers, according to Daniel RPK, rumor wise, but Daniel's usually pretty good on these rumors. He's the
Yeah, I
first
listen to
one to
him.
break Wolverine, all these other different things. According to Daniel, the Russo brothers have been offered and accepted the entire mutant saga of Marvel. So they are going to be in the entire orchestration of the mutants getting moved into the MCU proper in this new universe way, not in Secret Wars. Maybe some kind of like when the Secret Wars ends and the new world is what it is and we see parts and pieces in there, but at the end of the day, this new Marvel going forward, that entire what's going to be the beginning of the new Marvel universe is going to start with the mutant saga. And that's like we had the Infinity Saga, how long that lasted. We're getting into the mutant side of things now. And it's going to be the mutant saga. And the Russos are going to be in charge of it.
You know me, I love mutants, and I'm down with that. However, I think you need to have it. I want everything. Why can't we have everything? Like they have the rights to everything.
Well, if they get Spider-Man back from Sony, who is
I don't know. I
supposedly in
just
conversations to sell it.
that's the problem we had. That's the problem we're getting over right now, right? Is because they did a whole saga of just one type, right? There wasn't any FF, X-Men, nothing else
Well, they didn't have
integrate.
them
It
then. In
was
their defense, they
right,
didn't
right.
have them.
And in their defense, I get it, but now you do.
Yeah, yeah,
Now you do. So now
yeah,
we don't have to be restricted by just one type of saga. I'm sorry, people will get burnt out by the mutants too.
yeah. Well, I think that we should have.
You're gonna get burnt out if you tell any story. Dude, and how many stories of the mutants have we already heard? Bro, they're gonna have to make up some stuff or go,
Well, I
I
think
don't
it's going to
know.
have to be Avengers versus X-Men.
Okay, but how many things is that? That's
Oh,
like that
I'm not
sounds like a
saying it. I'm
1-2
not saying
off,
it's
you
even
know?
good. I'm not even saying it's a good idea.
I'm talking about, I don't know. I guess I'm just talking from like a longevity fan.
Yeah.
Like, where's the play? All
I
I keep
think
seeing is like these little sprint runs, you know? I don't know.
I
I
think
don't
that they're
know.
going to have to get into the movies not being connected, and if they are, it's solely in post credits, like Shang-Chi was, right? Like, you could tell an entire story, and you
I
didn't
like
have to
Shang-Chi.
have everybody else show up. And damn it, Shang-Chi better get a lot of fucking more time in these next few movies because I am still bitter about the best movie in Phase 4 that wasn't
So
just
far,
Spider-Man. But that was the best movie. That wasn't the Spider-Man movie. And I can't even say that plot-wise that movie was better than Shang-Chi. It just had all 3 Spider-Men in it. That was the only thing about it. It just had all
plot-wise, I don't think it was. I think it was just oh, we
it was
got
all 3 of
Doctor
them together.
Strange. Let's just use this magic shit. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it was but Shang-Chi was well acted, well written, and I cared about the entire thing the whole way through. I enjoyed it. That was the
I
best
mean,
thing
he's
about
getting a
the phase.
second one, but I think it's like after Secret Wars or some crap.
No, no, it's not after Secret. It is before Secret Wars.
Oh, it is? Okay.
But it is before Secret Wars, but that's just supposedly. Like, even then, that's not technically there's a lot of things that are really messing with the timeline on it because even so, to get ready for Secret Wars, we first have to do what is it the one we have to do first before Secret Wars? Um, I don't know. There's another one coming up too. But regardless,
You
yeah.
excited for Thunderbolts? Captain America? Come on now.
I'm actually more excited about Thunderbolts than I am Captain America.
100%.
I
But
am
that's just
actually
because of the diverse cast. They've all kind of made me laugh. So
it is, and I do
I'll
like
say
those kinds of
I don't know
movies.
about Captain America right now,
Well,
dude.
I mean, I really like don't get me wrong, I like Anthony
I like
Mackie.
Harrison Ford.
I do like Harrison Ford, and I do like Anthony Mackie. I
I don't know
do.
about him as the Red Hulk,
I don't know about
but
him as
hey,
the Red Hulk, and I
we'll
don't know
see.
about Anthony Mackie without our Winter Soldier compare. Like I feel like Anthony Mackie is a great actor, but he is a fantastic duo. Whenever he's working with somebody, he works very well in a duo. He had Cap in the first, then he had Winter Soldier in
Right,
the
right.
second. He's always been a person that interacts and makes a great relationship, counterpoint, foil, whatever it may be. And I'm just not sure if it's not Anthony Mackie, but if this character of Sam Wilson as Captain America in this movie is going to be the carrying point through the entire thing. I don't know for sure, but I am definitely more interested in
I mean,
Thunderbolt
everyone's going to
Rodan.
see it for Red Hulk.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna
Let's just
see
call
it.
it how it is.
Well,
We're gonna go see it for Red Hulk and the chance that Hulk shows up.
truth is, we're probably going to go see this opening night. We're going to go see all these movies opening night. But of but of all the things that are going on this year, honestly, I can say this. I was looking forward to this year more than I was last year for Marvel. I mean, last year for Marvel, we had Craven the Hunter, Madam Web, Venom Last Dance, and what actual Marvel movie was it last year? We did enjoy it last year too. Deadpool and Wolverine, right? There was no actual MCU outside of the new
No,
Wolverine and
no, there
Deadpool
wasn't.
being part
Yeah.
of it. That was it, right? So now the MCU is back. Outside of Wolverine and Deadpool, I wasn't looking forward to anything last year, and Sony proved it right because they just blew up everything. They just quit. They just blew up the whole damn. They're like, nah, never mind. We're not doing it anymore. Anybody, anybody want to buy Spider-Man? They're selling them to the highest bidder. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, they've lost a lot more money than they've made. They only make money on the Spider-Man movies, and they made a contract deal to put him into the MCU.
They'll
So
never
he's still
sell
gonna be
that
there for a
property.
while. Oh no, they're talking about it. That's the whole thing right now.
They're
Yeah,
never gonna sell
because
it.
Sony as a movie institution is not big enough to just survive on its own. It's always gonna be bleeding money from the other sides of video games, of its cameras, of its TVs, of its everything else.
True. Yeah.
It is a huge, and as far as they're concerned, movies are really turning more into streaming things, and Sony doesn't have its own streaming platform. It's always got deals going on for its properties, but it is not anything that it owns to make the most amount of money from it. So yeah, logically speaking, Sony's kind of getting out of that side of the business, because it's very expensive too, right? So yeah, and if they don't keep on making them so often, it just automatically goes back to Marvel for free. So either they have to keep on spending billions of dollars to make these movies, or and potentially losing, or they just give it back to Marvel for free. So they're going to sell it to them. They're going to. They'll just run it into the ground first, but there's no reason for them to keep it at this point. Not if they're making money, and they're not. They have to split it with Disney too when they make the other movies that have Tom Holland in it. So we'll see. I don't know. I don't know. It's a good deal for Disney either way, but that's only if they get him,
Oh
unless they
man, if
sell him
they
to
get
somebody
that
else.
character back, that's a wrap.
It is. It
That's
is.
a wrap for everyone.
It is. Disney doesn't even have to worry about shit anymore. Not about a damn thing.
You got
But
faith in the new DC or no?
I have faith in James Gunn, but I'm not excited right now as I was. I was a little bit more excited earlier with the first preview, but then I saw this preview today of him flying and his
Dude, what is
eyes.
that?
I even made a post where I got yelled at. I got yelled at for being a Snyder fan, a Snyder cultist. Now I don't like Snyder at all, right? But I
Right.
pointed out on Twitter and on Threads that his eyes look weird. One eye is smaller than the other. The other one, like,
It looks cross-eyed. Yeah.
he looks cross-eyed. It looks like he's got weird drifting eye. And I put that on there, and it said, and like a bunch of people came on, you Snyder fans complain about everything. I'm like,
Wow.
what? I go like, number one, you don't know me. If you did, you'd know I do not like Snyder anything. Number two, I go like, I'm just making an observation, man. I go like, that's all it was.
It's
But if
pretty
you're gonna
bad though.
come at
I'm not gonna lie.
it does, the dude looks like he's got a drifting eye in the middle of the thing. Like, at least if this is going to be your 10-second teaser that you're dropping online, did anybody look at it?
Did anybody look at it, right?
I mean, it
Whoever
was
did,
only
I
that
bet you
long.
whoever was supposed to got fired.
How long was that? How long was that take, Theo? Was it like
It was like a
15?
5, 6 second clip.
That's all it was. They were just dropping this as promo for it, and
Yeah,
I don't
just
feel
him
like anybody
flying.
watched it. I don't feel like anybody
It's
watched it.
it's it's almost like somebody at the studio had resentment against the CGI artist. Was like, fine, you're proud of it. Let's see if everyone else is. Boom,
It
post it.
If anything, it was a Snyderverse fan that
There was
was in
somebody who
charge
was
of
like, you know
checking it.
what? Fuck it. Let's see how good it is. Yeah.
I know, right? Let's like, should have still been Henry. I'm gonna give him a weird eye.
It should
It's
still be
pretty
Henry.
negative. It's just still be Henry.
It should still be Henry. Even if it was a reboot and they kept Henry. I don't care.
I'm interested
We're
to
all cool with Jason Momoa sticking around.
I am. I'm okay with Jason, and I'm still okay with the new DC universe going forward. I'm just not
Lobo's pretty perfect casting though.
Lobo's the character he should have been playing to begin with. He should
The
not have
entire
been
time.
Aquaman. I don't think he
Yeah.
was a good Aquaman. I didn't
No
I
way.
didn't really care.
No way. He was horrible. It didn't even look like the guy.
I didn't even care. It's I just had no desire whatsoever. This isn't Rage's Kitchen.
It could be. It could be.
Depends on what you're cooking. But no, it's yeah, I just couldn't I couldn't I don't know. But yes, excited for Supergirl, that one. Yeah. Woman of Tomorrow. I am definitely I was a big fan of that series. So yeah, I'm interested in that actual Supergirl telling. It'll be interesting. I'm not entirely sure about Superman Legacy, but I do know at the same time too, you can't have a DC universe without Superman. I know we've got so many Batmans. We could fold somebody in, we can figure that out. But Batman's Batman. He's just gonna turn up wherever. It doesn't matter where you start. Batman just shows up and it will fit. Why? Because he was being secretive up until that point. Because it's Batman. Nobody needs you. There's no logic to fucking Batman. If there was
Yeah,
logic,
no,
we wouldn't have
yeah.
prep time. Batman can just show up whenever and it just makes sense. As far as
Yeah,
DC
nobody
fans,
would care.
nobody, nobody's gonna be like, but his entry didn't make sense. No, it doesn't fucking matter.
We
He's
didn't
Batman.
see his origin story. You don't no, we don't need that anymore.
But Superman, you've got to have in a DC universe. And so I get why they're starting with it. I'm just not entirely sure. I don't know. I'm just not entirely sure right now. But we'll see. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong because I would love to be excited about something other than just Marvel. I would
That
love
would be
that.
nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not gonna
Right.
lie, every time a DC movie came out in the theater, I avoided seeing it because I just assumed it was gonna be bad.
Right. We all
Like
remember
literally.
Suicide Squad. I mean, that's still burned from that. I did not read the Grant Morrison Superman run, Mighty Mike. I did not. Not gonna lie. Everything,
Whoa,
everything,
when'd you leave, buddy?
everything. Resident Alien show, new season confirmed. I do, yes, Resident Alien. I fucking love that
I know
show.
you
I
like
love
aliens, yeah.
have you watched Resident Alien? You have?
No, no.
It is a hilarious comedy. Alan Tudyk is this alien who comes to Earth, takes over this this person's life of sorts as he's staying there, and it's just all shenanigans. It's fucking hilarious. But there's this one scene that's always going around the internet that I love more than anything, and it's this little boy who knows what the alien is, and they're talking, and the alien's having this conversation with him. He's just like, well, you're showing other people where I am. He's like, that little girl in the scarf who you just led over here, and she's just like, oh, that's just, I can't remember her name, but she's a Muslim girl. And he's like, oh, that's just Sarah. Like, she's okay. She swore to Allah. And he goes, oh, great. Allah knows too. Because he doesn't know Allah's he's just like, oh, great. Now Allah knows too. It's
Nice.
the entire show is freaking hilarious. Heinously recommend watching it. Oh God, the Chiefs won. I just stopped watching football after my Lions were eliminated. So
Shazam was a good movie.
Shazam was good. Shazam was good.
The
Yeah,
first one, yeah, the
yeah,
first
it
one.
was good. The second one was bad. Yes, I would agree with that pull list. Rivals is honestly bringing some interesting new money into comics, whether it be from new buyers, people buying into comics with their first comics ever. But they're also not buying into the traditional keys, too. They're buying into affordable keys. So a lot of these people are buying into covers or second and third appearances because they can't necessarily afford it because it's new money because it's mostly kids. But there is new money coming into Marvel. The sales are going up on Marvel's end, and the value of Marvel comics are showing up more from the editions. So it'll be definitely interesting. It'll be interesting. I'm definitely going to get that on a hard disk for sure.
I don't mind Marvel Rivals. It's actually pretty good.
I know you're actually more into those games even than I am. I was more surprised than anything that you're not the one like, it's fucking great. I love my XYZ characters. I'm always this.
It's okay. It's just super repetitive.
Yeah. It's more repetitive than Fortnite.
Fortnite, anything can happen.
Well,
Marvel
Fortnite's been
Rivals
around
is
for a long time for
Marvel
anything.
Rivals is like Overwatch. It's, there's a middle section, there's a left side and a right side. You charge, you play defense, you counter, you combo moves. I mean, you
You
know,
interested to see Colossus coming out?
I'm interested to see just more mutants to come out. But yeah,
Oh, well,
um,
so they're bringing in Gambit, who's gonna be a duelist. Nightcrawler is gonna be a duelist. Rogue is coming. She's a strategist, but they're not giving you all of
yeah,
her
and see, and
powers.
that's what's going to make it entertaining, right? They keep introducing more and more characters and different maps. It'll get a little bit less repetitive, in my opinion.
Well, Rogue's the interesting one because they're not giving you everything about her, but she has the opportunity to steal other people's powers on the playground. So
As she
that will,
should.
yeah, as she should. But will she also have the Captain Marvel strength, right? Will she have that whole, like, will it be that Rogue or will it be the, and it seems that she is going to be the flying 90s. She's got her short gray, not her short gray, her short brown jean jacket, leather jacket, and she's got her, her yellow and green spandex on. It's the Rogue. It's the Rogue we love. It's the Jim Lee
It's
era
the rogue
Rogue.
everyone likes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Rogue that everyone loves. So I'm really interested in that. Really interested in that. First Malice is damaged, but I got one. Yeah, yeah, that's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Rivals is anomaly. It feels good, but it'll fizzle within a year. I don't know, Legion. I really don't.
I don't know if it's as I say, they keep doing more characters. Maybe if like, if sponsors start getting involved and they do like tournaments, maybe it'll go somewhere. But yeah, it's a better version of Overwatch.
It is. It is.
It's
And
like identical to Overwatch.
Overwatch has been around for ages. And at the same time, too, it has not had the additions that this show has had. This
No,
game is having right now. So I
no.
think that's another reason why, too, why it's going to last longer. But at the same time, comics. I mean, let's be totally honest. The movie fad of movies being the major vehicle of making money and bringing
Oh,
up
that's
value
done.
in comics is done. It is done. It will have small effects, but it's only going to have the effect until the first preview of the movie, and then things are going to go back to normal for that book. It's going to spike only for that little bit of time. As soon as the confirmation to the first trailer comes down, it always drops and falls off the face of the earth. And actually, you know what? I got the data and the charts to prove it. Let me
Hold
pull
on, I gotta
something
get a
up here.
charger before I die. 1 second.
Oh, don't die. That sucks. Let's pull this up here. This is some interesting information gleaned from our friends at for some data analysis with cover price. So let me pull this big bad boy up there and go ahead and share. So what's interesting about this, in my opinion, is the fact it's not just bringing us the entire scenario that we've always had with, here we go. Hold on, guys. I apologize. It's not giving us the entire normal side of things that we're used to seeing in well, why'd it go small? That's stupid. So this is kind of that natural life cycle of these actual books, is going from natural growth to rumors to announcements to the release. And as soon as it gets up, it just drops down. There's always a good amount of uppage, about 20%. But a lot of these things are all dependent upon the ability for that little bit of time between the announcements and the actual release, and everything tanks out. I don't see this actually being something that lasts long term in comics, as it could begin to evolve into video games, because video games are essentially a choose your own adventure film. That was the point of the video game industry, was to begin to take those experiences that we had to wait for in movies and in television, that we had to wait for those series in, and all of a sudden somebody could go ahead and begin to do that on your small personal screen, on your phone, and at home. So I think this is actually the beginning of where that starts. And at the same time, too, I don't know if you remember, but there's still $200, $300 Fortnite DC comics that came out. Do you remember those DC
Yep.
comics that came out where you
Yep.
got your exclusive skins? Those are
Yep.
still $200 to $300. All right. They haven't gone down. They haven't gone down. They're still
I give
staying
credit to
there.
Fortnite on that one though.
I do. It's a game that's staying. And if you can build a stable game and you can build that way, it will affect comics long term. So
And
I
as a gamer, you know why else I think I'm like kind of deterred from it is is the style of play, right? There's so many different characters for you to actually get quote unquote good at the game. You got to find your character, then you got to match the combos. Then you got to hope that your teammate is also a character that supports your combos. It's not necessarily a game that you can just get on and get off, right? Fortnite kind of is. And like
Mhm.
for somebody like me who's constantly busy, that doesn't have time to like devote to a game and play it all the time to get better at, it just suits me, you know?
Well, I mean,
And that's why I
the only
stopped
reason
playing Call of Duty. I mean, I just, call it an ego thing. I don't like going from like a 3.5 KD 10-star general to like a 1.2, can't rank up at all because I'm barely playing now. It's like, this isn't fun anymore. Now
well,
I feel how these guys used to feel.
it's also like, what was it? God, what was the thing we were talking about? The damn it. There was another game. Oh, I mean, it's like the reason why people still know who Gwenpool is because of Fortnite, right? Most
Right.
people have no idea who the hell Gwenpool is. But
Yep.
without Fortnite, and because of Fortnite, that's the reason why there's any part of it. I mean, look at the crap going around about Jeff the Shark. Jeff the Shark is everywhere. He's turning into plushies. He's turning into this dude's been around for a long time. He's had his own comic for over a year. There's been appearances, but we put him in a video game. Everybody and their mom wants Jeff the Shark now. It doesn't matter if he's a great character in game, but he's now turned into a 100% gateway drug into Marvel comics. These things, I think we are seeing the, not the beginning, because I do believe Fortnite broke a lot of ground with that, but I think we're beginning to see how much influence video games can have on the price of comics. I do
Oh yeah.
think that
Wait,
that
wait
is
till
something.
they need to get Rocket Raccoon in there.
Rocket Raccoon is in there.
Oh, he's in there? It's been
He's
a
in
couple
there.
weeks since I played, so
Yeah, yeah, he's in there. He's got the ability to jump on Jeff's back, not Jeff, on
Groot.
Groot, and they've got their whole thing.
That's pretty insanity, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Gambit's coming. Yep.
Gambit's
Yep.
gonna be dope.
Gambit's gonna be there. Ryan, good to see you, brother. I bet they'll have a Savage Lands. Dude, if they've got a Malice skin, there will be a Savage Lands Rogue skin. There will be. You know there will be. There will be. Absolutely. And
Nothing
Rogue
else
should be a tank.
matters.
Rogue should be a tank, but Rogue's gonna be, they're saving something special for Rogue. I'm not sure if Rogue's gonna be strategist or a new actual kind of meta to drop into the game.
Their
But
Captain America is still OP as hell.
there's a lot of, you can have a lot of fun with that game.
Yeah,
You
that's what I'm
you can
saying. I
have
mean, you could basically play as almost any of your favorite characters,
yeah. Yeah, calm down, Jeff Lover. Yeah, I'm sorry. I know. But I don't know. We're going to see
I think you're
depending on
right.
the dealer. Yeah. Yeah, Jeff is a legend. Reef, yep. See, wife recently bought you a Jeff shirt. That's just it. That's 100% it right there. When your spouse actually gives a shit about the comic book characters because they're adorable and things of that nature, you hit a whole new, like, nobody really cares about Star Wars necessarily in relationships until they saw
Well, yeah, my
Baby
my
Yoda.
wife loves Baby Groot,
Exactly, right? Exactly.
That's
It's
it.
these little baby versions. You throw that in there. Marvel Rivals digital comic releases this summer. That'll be interesting. So get your pre-orders in.
Digital.
Yeah, but the pre-order comes out in the physically comes out in April.
Oh, cool, cool.
So I'll definitely do that. False leaks to catch spoilers. But yeah, yeah, I'm actually I'm interested. Oh yeah, as Jaws. Yeah, I'd be interested in seeing that too. No, I'm
Imagine if we get a Jeff the Shark in a movie.
that'd be kind of fucking cool. I would
Yeah,
be
but they have
happy.
to make that thing like rated R. That would
I
be a great like put him with Deadpool and just let him go.
I think it'd be funny, but I think also though, I think that Jeff the Shark as a cartoon on Disney Plus would kill. Would just absolutely fucking
It would
kill.
be more appropriate as a cartoon. That's the thing. If you did
Would
live action, Jeff the Shark,
would
like
be
he's
brutal.
saying, that better be like Jaws, bro. I want to see,
Yes.
I want to see
Yeah.
this fucker go
Yeah.
off.
Yeah. Well, he
I want to see
does. He does
Deadpool.
like
I want to see Deadpool be like, oh, he's nasty.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be a great team
I
up.
would
Think
love
about
him as a
Wolverine,
cartoon.
Deadpool, and Jeff the Shark in a movie.
Oh god. Instead of Dogpool, if they had had Jeff the
Yeah,
Shark
instead of
in that,
Dogpool, dude, Jeff the Shark.
oh my god, could you
Yeah,
imagine? Could you imagine seeing him, like, waddling up and oh god, it was fucking great. Fucking great.
the book would
Thoughts
be
on
worth thousands right now.
Bro, I've got, like, 8 of
I'm
those.
calling it. I'm
I
calling
got
it. If
I
he
got
if
8 of
he
those.
was the dog in the Deadpool Wolverine movie, I'm I'm calling it that book would be stupid right now.
Yeah,
Just
100
because. The
100%,
Rivals game, then that's all
100%.
you need. That's all you need. So I do think movies do impact it, but I think it's more so for like new characters. Because if you
Oh,
look
yeah.
at a New Mutants 98 and a Hulk 181, I mean, they didn't skyrocket past normal values when that movie came out or after or anything in between. It kind of did nothing.
No.
I think it helped Deadpool more than it did Wolverine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I think 9/8 in that book are still pretty good, like 2,2,500 something like that. Not newsstand, but
This mutant saga will be the thing that helps Wolverine if it gets help, if it needs it. What you're gonna see is you're gonna
it.
start to see
Well,
is a lot
remember what
more
we
of
were
the
talking about.
new
It's like
guys.
it will if the new guy is good.
Well, even if it's not just the new guy being Wolverine, but the new X-Men in general. Like, are we gonna get, like, giant size X-Men? Are we going back to the original X-Men, like what they tried to do with First Class crap? You know, I don't know.
That I mean, I think that's gonna be tough, dude. They do you think they just do like a old, but they incorporate the new and just say it is what it is?
I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know.
is this gonna be modern day?
So it would be interesting. It'd be interesting, but that's just it. I don't know. I do not know. The mutants had a lot of time with evolution that kind of came, but at the same time too, I mean, back when we first started the X-Men, that turned 25 this year, bro. X-Men movie turns 25 this year. I wonder what
X-Men number
date.
one with Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, we should. You know, we should have a watch party. Give me a minute. What date did that actually release?
Mm.
X-Men release date.
Have you
July
seen Black Cat
14th.
Key 99 sale? No.
July 14th of 2000, right between our birthdays, Theo. Let's make sure that we're doing something special in July to do a viewing party for the X-Men movie.
Okay.
That'd be cool. That'd be freaking cool. July
Let's
14th.
do it.
Um, okay, we had a couple of big questions. Have you seen the Black Cat key sale of 9.9? I have not. Elaborate, Mighty Mike.
I think he's
Elaborate.
talking about the ASM first Black Cat.
Oh, I know what he's talking about, but I don't know about the sale. I don't know anything about the sale. Legion of Papers thoughts on the Diamond filing for bankruptcy. Sucks for the indies. Really sucks for the indies because now they're not going to get paid. And they rely on that
Yeah,
money. It's going to
I think a
have
lot of people relied on that company. It doesn't look good.
no, it's definitely not good. I know some people have been trying to. I know there's a couple creators that have been out there just like it's going to be good in the long term. It's going to be good in the long term, but that's depending on how many people can survive the short term with it, right? And unfortunately, it's only the big three already that are probably going to be able to survive with this kind of stuff. Because I mean, even Image put a freeze on um, anything ordering to Diamond through them. So Boom's going to be doing the same thing, and because they're not going to get paid for everything else that Diamond's been moving of theirs to begin with. So I don't know. I don't know.
Sucks.
It's there's no real good thing about it. And all female X-Men, I don't think that's going to happen, Mighty Mike.
Get out of here.
No, I don't think it's going to happen. I think especially in the atmosphere right now, that might have been a possibility
Yeah, I was gonna
4
say
years
the
ago.
the winds are starting to change, my friend.
Well, it's not even that they're starting to change. It's just that at the same time too, other people are starting to listen. So, it's I
Well,
don't
and
think
I
so.
mean, money talks, dude. Look at the movies that are performing well. Um, Recently, specifically like Wolverine, Deadpool. That was a I don't give a shit movie.
Yeah. Yeah. And it had like the loosest and weakest plot of all time. It
Exactly.
just 100% threw a lot of people we loved in it. And I think if they do that, Marvel and Disney realized, listen, if we just give them a bunch of people that they actually give a shit
Like,
about,
yeah, but like if we listen to these
we're going to
people,
make
we're
money.
gonna make a lot of money. Yeah, who
Yeah. We
knew?
don't need to tell
Oh
them
wait,
who to
Ryan
care about.
Reynolds knew.
We don't need to tell them who to care about. They already care about who they care about. Let's just let them see those people. And
That's why it's been a big argument right now with Disney over the X-Men. I think they're keeping him on as like creative influence or something like that
I
with
don't
the
know.
Mutant Saga. Yeah.
Well, it would make sense to keep Ryan around for it because Ryan's the only
Wouldn't
reason the
you?
mutants are still relevant whatsoever in
I mean,
anything
he's gonna end
going
up
on
being
now.
like the RDJ of the mutants, watch.
That'd be kind of great if he was, though.
He's gonna be like Iron Man of the X-Men, watch.
Him and
100%.
Hugh, I'm okay with them being like immortalized in that way. But
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Um, the Mark Spears craze, Theo. Are you in on that?
No, no,
I'm not
not at
in on that
all.
either.
Not at all. No, not at all. Get it out. I'm done. No. I heard a rumor too, some of it's AI. You just can't prove it because he traces over it. So I'm good.
Yeah, I've
I'm
heard
good.
that, but
Yeah, I'm good.
I don't
I'm good.
believe it. It's the same thing with
Yeah, I
like
mean,
a
I don't
lot of
believe
stuff.
it either, but still, if the accusation's there, then
But at the same time,
I
I
think
don't.
it's on the
Again, I
artist
don't.
to disprove it personally.
I have, a lot of my good girl characters and things of that nature that I do care about. Um, it's just like all of a sudden, internet discovered boobs on monsters. I really don't. It's
Yeah,
cool,
no,
but
I'm good. I'm good. I'd rather go back to people like in Dave Stevens and
yeah,
that kind of
yeah,
stuff. Yeah,
yeah. J.
no.
Scott
Yeah.
Campbell,
I
everybody
like
else.
that Bruce Timm's getting a lot of attention. Like there's some artwork I can get behind. It's
Yeah.
tried and true. I grew up with it. Right now, Mark Spears is FOMO at its best,
What do you
personally.
think of? Do you think? Okay, pivot. Do you think X-Men '97 will have the same success for season two without the director? I think so. I
I
think they set
mean,
up
yeah,
enough.
I think so because they had a lot of
There was so much
reshoots on
set
that.
up. There was so much
Well,
set
not
up.
only that, yeah, there was so many ways you can go about the next episode. I mean the next season. It's
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't need the director back. I'm okay
Yeah,
with it.
and once these people realize, oh, we can get away with killing somebody now. Oh, we can get away with this. Oh shit, we can get away with this.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna
I'm
see a
okay
lot
with.
more.
I mean, I think Bo did a cool job. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I don't hate anything about X-Men '97, but I don't think X-Men '97 was only successful because Bo was there. I don't feel that way whatsoever. I'm okay with him being gone, and I'm okay with where it may go. I think it'll be successful because of the way it's set up. Gambit's going to be a hero, not a hero, a horseman. One of Apocalypse's four horsemen. I'm excited to see an Age of Apocalypse. I'm hyped for that. I'm kind of cool with it. So I'm all right. Let's see where that goes. I'm good with it. Um, ASM 194 in a 9.9 went for 6K. Oh, is that what
Seems
we were
cheap.
talking? Huh? For a
Seems cheap.
9.9?
Yeah, seems cheap.
Hmm. Yeah, Deadpool was fan service, period. Just make for us what we want to see. Yeah, I don't disagree with that whatsoever. I don't disagree with it at all. 9.9 sale was 52K in
Exactly
2022.
my thought. Yeah, that's why I said too cheap. Too cheap.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And X-Men '97 will be fine. Just keep the wheel straight and it'll be good. I agree. I agree. I think that they've set enough precedence with X-Men '97 that they really can't screw it up too much. Not at least season two. Now you're talking about where it's going to be in seasons 3 and 4. Okay, maybe. But at the same time, too, I'm okay. I'm okay. Age of Apocalypse was one of my favorite stories in the more modern times X-Men. Age of Apocalypse was. It was probably my favorite actual video game on my Nintendo GameCube, X-Men Age of Apocalypse. Did anybody play that on the GameCube besides me? I fucking terrorized with that game, breaking out all of I had to I you were rescuing different parts of the Iron Man armor throughout the thing, and I was getting all of my characters up to level 99. You could the max was 99 on all your
Right,
characters.
right.
And man, I remember when I finally on the extremely hard versions got my entire team of I think it was Wolverine, Nightcrawler, Iron Man, and I can't remember who else was my fourth because that was when you could bounce between your four characters at any
Mhm,
time.
mhm.
And oh, that game
I
was
think they actually I think they had an arcade version of that.
maybe I don't know, but the game was
I
fucking
I think
tits.
they had I think I know what you I think they had an arcade.
Oh god,
Maybe.
I
No.
loved Mighty Mike, you know it, great game, better than Diablo every time. It mwah, I am
Better
you
than
know what?
Diablo.
I am going to you know what? I'm gonna go get
Whoa.
my GameCube out, and I am actually I'm gonna go open up a Twitch account. I am gonna get my GameCube out. I'm just gonna start playing that game again because I don't give a fuck. It was the best game ever, 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 ever,
That's a
ever.
bold statement.
For me, as a Marvel
Damn.
guy back then, there wasn't a lot of really good titles. It was fun, and it held a lot of the X-Men.
For me, I think best game ever is still TMNT. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The
Yeah,
arcade
I
version,
enjoyed it.
like,
That was
I still
hard.
think that's, like, one of the best.
That was hard, but as an adult getting a GameCube for me, that was I mean, this was not when there was a lot of competition with, like, the
Yeah, as
PlayStations and everything
oh,
else. This was the
yeah.
first time as an older comic book fan, I could play a video game like that. Yeah, X-Men Legends.
That's right, dude, I need to get a PlayStation. There are so many good Marvel, like, Miles Morales game, the Spider-Man game on PlayStation. There's so many good freaking superhero games just on PlayStation, dude.
Yeah, I know. I got one.
I
I got my
I need I need one.
I found the VR headset, the new VR headset for half off because somebody returned a damaged box. So I picked it up and I played the new Aliens game. They made an Aliens game where you're in a crashed ship,
Oh, cool.
um, and it's scaring the fuck out of me, dude. I honestly, this game is just like holy fucking shit. I am not I'm not great with VR anyways because you got to kind of get your way into it because there's a lot of motion and things like that. So I'm totally sitting.
Bro, remember
I
what I
don't
told you though,
No, I know
VR
what you told me. I'm
long
being very
term,
careful about that.
nobody still knows the ramifications of VR long term. Guys, I beta tested VR. That early VR, it made me not want to touch VR ever again. Okay, I couldn't even touch a doorknob for an hour, guys. Like, I couldn't walk
Oh,
upstairs
I didn't have
after.
any of that trouble. I've not had
No,
any
no,
of that
no. Now
trouble.
it's fine. Like I said, I
It's
have beta
gotten
tests.
better,
Yeah, oh
but
yeah. A
yeah,
lot of people have fallen off a lot of things because of that.
dude, dude,
And I'm sure
yes.
before me, a lot worse stuff happened. Good God.
Oh, I can't imagine, but I can tell you right now that Aliens game fucked me up.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
I've heard
lie.
some of the games on there are like super realistic.
I took a break. Let's just
Mine
say
was
I
a
took a
haunted
break.
yeah,
I
mine
took
was a haunted house, the first one I did. Like just walking through a haunted house, dude.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it.
I don't no, no.
I purposely have
No.
not played it since I put it down. I'm just like, I have to do this when it's daylight. So when I take this thing off, I can see everything around me. I played it at night, right? And since I can't really get
Did
around,
you
I
like
gotta like
make noise? Were you
crawl.
like
I gotta like scoot on my butt downstairs. I'm using like crutches and walk. I'm like barely hobbling around and stuff like that. And like a cat darting across in the dark, bro. No, no. I should have been screaming like a girl. Yeah, yeah. Virtual Boy is way better. Just kidding. Yeah, Ryan, I am doing better. I am doing better. I'm actually going to start walking in about a week and a half now. So I'm
Hey,
feeling
look at that,
better.
guys. He'll be ready for our on-site sale in
Oh yeah.
February.
The whole reason why I'm getting better. Otherwise, I was going to milk it for a lot longer. But it had to be realistic. You know,
I'd be playing VR in bed. God.
dude, dude. I don't know. I don't know. I yeah. I don't know if I'd play any other game in there, but that game itself is fun and scary as hell. But to me, that was worth it because I am an Aliens fan. Theo knows that anything sci-fi fills into. So for me, it was kind of like I have to do this, and all of a sudden I did it. I'm like, I don't think I can do this. like I'm freaking out. I would be, I would be Bill Paxton's character in the movie Aliens, right? I'd be like, I'm gonna fucking die, man, right? I'm not going out there. They're gonna fucking die. That is exactly who I would be. I am not
Yeah,
gonna
I'm not
lie
fucking
whatsoever.
stupid.
You
Yeah.
see those things pulling people out of ceilings and coming through tiles. You just be like, nah, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, how's dad life, everyone? My kid read her first comic the other day, the new Dazzler. Nice.
That's cool. Well, you guys, I don't know if you guys, well, you guys know, but I got 4 kids.
Dad life is
Uh,
no is all life for
so
Theo.
I'm in diapers, reading, math, and all kinds of other stuff. So yeah,
Yep.
yeah, a lot of Dr. Seuss in this house.
I'm actually having my daughter take care of me a lot because of this crap with my leg and my knee. So she is the young woman that is helping out with a ton of things around the house that she didn't used to do. So
That's cool though.
dad mode's actually pretty chill right now. So I can't complain. I can't complain.
Yes, yeah, yeah. I've been not chill. I've been working, cleaning, new. Dude, I got a mountain of packages to wrap after the stream. Which,
Oh
by the
yeah.
way,
Yeah. Have
well,
you got that done yet?
TikTok, Mr. Wick.
Yeah, you got any of that done yet?
No,
No.
no,
Oh, I thought
no.
maybe you
I
worked
told
on
you. No,
chunk
I
of that.
told you I had to pick up a. I picked up another collection today.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Which, hey, I guess little tip for anybody that's in the show. I mean, I think a couple people are in here, but and you guys follow me on Instagram. I will be posting some stuff to my story and my page, and it will all be available. So you get the
Bum,
little
bum,
first
bum.
alert. Be
There you go,
ready.
dude. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Well, brother, it's been a good hour. It's been over an hour. It's been a great Sunday night, guys. Thank you so much for joining us as always. Sincerely
We'll be
appreciate it.
back next Sunday.
And we're actually going to start to have a little bit of specific things we're going to be talking about too, so don't worry. This shooting the poop has been kind of a little bit what's the word I want to use? Just because we're trying to get used to our nights again and get used to being on time and on a schedule. But we have been actually talking about topics. This is what we're going to talk about this week. This is what we're going to get in for a guest. So we've been working on that. So you guys will start to see a little bit more rhyme and reason to the posts. I messaged you too soon. I got rid of some stuff before the move to Florida. Yeah, yeah. Well, he's the guy that's got it every single time. So you know where he's
Who,
at.
me or Phil?
Dude, he's
Where do you
talking to
live?
you. Nobody asks for comics from me.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
be totally honest. If
Yeah,
anything
let me know.
comes to me, it's usually like, "Hey,
Hey
could
guys, I
you
buy,
ask
sell,
Theo?"
trade.
Well, it's always good to see you, brother, and it's good to see all you guys too. With that said, I think ready to sign off for the night. You feeling like it?
Yeah, I'll call you later.
All right. Until then, ladies and gentlemen,
Later,
have a
guys.
great night.
Appreciate you.
Tell your mom I said hi.